In this video, we're going to talk about creative block and how, as an artist or illustrator, you can stay inspired even though you may hit these walls every now and then. I'll never forget the time I was in the zone working on a detailed illustration of a tiger. I could envision perfectly what I wanted to draw, clear as day in my mind, but when it came to putting pen to paper, it was as if my hand had forgotten how to move. Creative blocks aren't just annoying, they're emotionally draining. It's like those dreams you have where you're trying to run, but you can't. You're in quicksand. And that's what a creative block feels like. It's frustrating, stressful, and it can fill you with self-doubt. There was a time when a particular nasty creative block had me questioning my entire career. I felt like I was at a crossroads with no sign pointing to the way. I even considered hanging up my sketchbook for good. I took a time away. I took longer walks. I spent more time outside. I cleared my head, and I realized that even the greats had their moments of doubt. The key is to acknowledge the feelings of creative block, but not let them consume you. Before you find yourself in the deep end of creative block, there are usually warning signs. Maybe you're procrastinating more than usual, or you find that you're easily distracted. Perhaps you're even avoiding your workspace altogether. One thing that's helped me is keeping a mood journal. Every day I jot down how I'm feeling creatively. It's like having a barometer for my creative thoughts, my creative climate in my head. When I see patterns of low, I know a storm might be brewing. I take preventative measures, which usually involves traveling or going outside or taking a very conscious break, knowing that I have creative block. So what are the root causes of creative block? And creative blocks can be triggered by a variety of factors. Sometimes it's burnout from overworking yourself, or maybe it's lack of inspiration. External pressures like tight deadlines or demanding clients can also throw a wrench in the works. I remember a project where I had to juggle multiple client demands while racing against the clock. I broke the project down into smaller, manageable tasks and tackled them one at a time. Never underestimate the power of a healthy body in maintaining a healthy mind. If you're not taking care of yourself physically, your creativity is going to suffer. It's like trying to draw with a broken pencil. It just doesn't work. Exercise has been my go-to for clearing mental fog. Exercise every day is a non-negotiable. Another thing is sleep. Sleep is another non-negotiable. Your mind needs rest to recharge its creative batteries. And let's not forget nutrition. A well-fed artist is a happy artist. But the bottom line is you have to be healthy for everything else in your life to be working. And that involves your work and creativity and drawing. But your body comes first, and that's personal for everyone. So you have to find what works for you and notice a difference positively in what you're doing health-wise, and then everything else usually falls into place. Another thing that's helped me with dealing with creative block is changing scenery. Sometimes all you need to do to break through creative block is changing your environment. Artists have always been attracted to travel. New environments can provide new perspectives, and new perspectives can ignite that creative spark you may be missing. My travels have often been my muse. I've merged them with my creativity. There's also the power of collaboration. Two minds are often better than one, especially when you're stuck in a creative rut. Collaborating with other artists can provide fresh insights and even offer solutions you hadn't considered. I've found that engaging in art communities, whether it's maybe a local life drawing workshop or a sketch party or sketch group meetup, they can be really invaluable. Sometimes just talking about your creative block with someone who understands can be the key to unlocking it. And over the years, I've collected a toolkit of strategies to combat creative block. And one is the Pomodoro technique, which is a pretty popular technique for productivity. And it's where you essentially work in bursts of focused time. And that's actually worked a lot for me when I'm sitting down to draw. Setting artificial limitations like using only 3 colors or drawing with your non-dominant hand can also spark unexpected creativity as well. So little limitations and really short bursts of focused time can help you. So remember, these creative blocks are not roadblocks. They're more like speed bumps. They slow you down, sure, but they also give you time to pause, reflect, and maybe even discover a new route you can take with your work. The next time you find yourself in the grips of creative block, don't despair. You're in good company. Everyone's gone through it. All the greats, anyone you can think of, they've gone through it. So just know that you're just a sketch, a weekend trip, or a conversation away from finding your way again. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, please follow along and subscribe. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you soon.